So after more than 25 years of waiting, a grand Elbaf has finally fully appeared in chapter 1130, first mentioned through the giants and Brogy in chapter 116. Elbaf is also the place where Luffy and Usopp have longed to visit. Currently, the Straw Hat Pirates have only explored a small part of Elbaf. This means there are still many exciting things waiting for Yonko Luffy ahead. Among them are epic battles with some of the mightiest warriors of Elbaf. According to Prince Loki, this is the homeland of war. Currently, we still don't know if Prince Loki is the main antagonist at Elbaf, but one thing is almost certain: there must be a showdown between Luffy and Loki. Prince Loki has declared himself the Sun God, the one who will bring about the end of the world, while Luffy is the embodiment of the Sun God Nika, the one who will bring the dawn to the world. This will be the battle of the gods at Elbaf. Why do I say that? Stay tuned for the rest of this video. Loki's Devil Fruit. The Ragnarok battle at the Warland of Elbaf. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I'm One Piece Nerd. My channel frequently updates with the latest chapter news. Alongside that are some interesting predictions and theories in One Piece, as in chapter 1129. Luffy, along with the missing members Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Usopp, and Chopper, has left the giant detention center. This was the place where Navigator Road detained those considered illegal trespassers. Luffy used a transformative punch from Gear 4's power, and if you notice, Gear 4 no longer requires him to change his whole body like before. He can now use individual parts flexibly. Mentioning chapter 1129, we can't ignore the exciting chase involving the self-proclaimed Sun God and the Straw Hat crew members. At the end of the chapter, all the pent-up rage towards the perverted road led Nami and Zeus to launch a combined attack that made the self-proclaimed Sun God scream in pain. The townspeople started to panic upon seeing the Sun God attacked. After a chapter 1129 filled with a dramatic chase, we now come to the grand and epic chapter 1130. After more than 25 years of waiting, a great wonder, Elbaf, has appeared before us. From here, we finally learn that the real name of this country is Elbaf, not Elbaf, and it is introduced through Prince Loki, who is considered the shame of Elbaf. This is also the Cursed Prince, and the Cursed Prince is the title of chapter 1130. If you look closely, you'll see that the Loki series in Marvel is called Variant L1130, and interestingly enough, Prince Loki officially appeared in chapter 1130 with a completely different design from what we saw before on Cake Island. In my opinion, Loki's design in this chapter is very impressive, and with Oda, nothing is coincidental. As mentioned earlier in the video, there must be a showdown between Luffy and Loki to let everyone in Elbaf know who the true Sun God Nika is. For more details, watch the rest of the video. First, I will talk about the fateful encounter between Yonko Luffy and Prince Loki. Prince Loki is inspired by Loki from Norse mythology. Loki carries the bloodline of his giant father Farbauti and his goddess mother Laufey from Norse mythology. Loki is called the God of Fire. Additionally, Loki is a blend of good and evil, meaning he can do good or bad as long as it benefits him. In One Piece, Loki is introduced as the Cursed Prince of Elbaf for killing his father, King Harold, to obtain a legendary devil fruit passed down in Elbaf's royal family. To achieve this, the prince ate that devil fruit. This could very well be a brand new mythical Zoan devil fruit in One Piece. There have been many predictions and theories about Loki's devil fruit suggesting it might be the Searcher fire fruit, but I don't think so. I think it's a mythical Zoan devil fruit. That devil fruit could be the Fenrir wolf, a giant wolf from Norse mythology. I have 3 reasons for this choice. First, although in Norse mythology, the Fenrir wolf is Loki's son, author Oda could use this devil fruit for Prince Loki. The next reason is the appearance of giant wolves in chapter 1130, where Prince Loki is imprisoned. This shows they are drawn to Prince Loki due to his devil fruit power related to wolves. But perhaps the final reason is what makes me confident in this theory. In Norse mythology, the gods bound Fenrir, much like the giant warriors did to Prince Loki in One Piece. However, these chains are surely made of sea stone, so a devil fruit user like Prince Loki couldn't break them. Additionally, Loki's lost eye is a key detail, likely linked to the devil fruit power of this cursed prince. This power may allow Prince Loki to manipulate others and trap them in an illusionary state. Thus, it takes all the warriors of Elbaf to subdue Prince Loki. If they face him alone, they will be manipulated by Prince Loki. As I think about this, I can imagine Luffy unchaining Prince Loki because the prince promises a lot of meat. This is similar to when Luffy was once manipulated by Doflamingo. However, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I believe there will be a reason for Luffy to break the chains and free Prince Loki. After that, Luffy himself will defeat Prince Loki with the power of the Sun God Nika, the god the people of Elbaf worship. From here, Prince Loki will realize who the true Sun God Nika of the world and Elbaf really is. This is because Loki claims to be the Sun God, the one who will bring the end of the world. And when mentioning the end of the world, we cannot ignore the great Ragnarok war, which Loki will ignite for this epic battle. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok is a series of major events including battles and natural disasters, along with the fall of many gods. The final consequence is the sinking of the world. However, the world is also reborn after this event, with new fertile and peaceful lands emerging. Accordingly, the Great Ragnarok War begins in Asgard, Loki's homeland, as revenge for Odin chaining him in one piece. From what we've seen, it's almost certain that after breaking free from his chains, Prince Loki will ignite the biggest war in Elbaf's history. This will be a battle involving many forces such as the Yonko, the Marines, and even the Gorosi and the Holy Knights. The reason for this battle is the final Red Road Poneglyph, one of the 4 road poneglyphs that lead to the final island, Laugh Tale. In my opinion, the final road poneglyph is currently located in Elbaf, the land of the giants. In the magazine titled Road to the Final Island, released in Japan in July 2022, author Oda revealed that the last road poneglyph is on one of 3 islands the Straw Hat Pirates have not yet visited. First is Elbaf, the land of the giants. Next is Vyra, a country Nolan visited, where the Revolutionary Army carried out a coup, as mentioned by Nami in chapters 96 and 228. Lastly is Hachinosu, the main base of Blackbeard's pirate crew. Therefore, I believe Elbaf is the most likely location to hide the last road poneglyph in one piece, and it's also where the giant jaguar D-Sol resides. He is the burned man that Kid mentioned. In the next part of this video, I'll discuss some notable details from chapter 1130. First is the appearance of new members of the giant warrior pirates, Dr. Gerd and Chef Goldberg, both introduced by Oda long ago. Specifically in Chapter 899 and Chapter 901, Dr. Gerd was childhood friends with Big Mom 63 years ago in Elbaf, and she witnessed the entire tragedy caused by Big Mom. Gerd is also one of the 3 giants who appeared after the Ohara incident to bring the books to Elbaf for safekeeping. Next is the new bounty for the giants Brogy and Dory. Each of their bounties has risen from 100 million belly to 1.8 billion belly, a staggering amount. However, to me, this is a reasonable bounty set by the world government for the revival of the giant warrior pirates. Because if you're a giant allied with Sun God Nika, how could the world government ignore that? What interests me most is the X on Luffy's arm. In my opinion, this is a signal from Princess Vivi, a subtle hint informing the Straw Hats that she's safe with Morgans. This is a symbol of the camaraderie between Vivi and the Straw Hat Pirates from the Alabasta arc 2 years ago. Next is the background of Hadrudin. It turns out that Hadrudin is also the son of King Harold and the half-brother of Prince Loki. However, through Big Mom's flashback, we can see that Loki is the official prince of Elbaf, as the people of Elbaf celebrated after his birth. Perhaps Hadrudin's participation in the Karita Coliseum to win the Mera Mera no Mi comes from his desire to defeat Prince Loki, possibly for killing their father. Hadrudin wants to gain the power of the Mera Mera fruit to defeat Loki and become the rightful king of Elbaf. In the land of Elbaf, they often resolve matters through strength, as evidenced by the never-ending battle between the 2 giants, Brogy and Dory. Lastly, there is a detail about a giant sword embedded in the land of Elbaf. In my opinion, this is the sword of the Sun God Nika, and only one person can pull it out, which is Nika. According to Who's Who's account in Wano, the Sun God Nika wields both a sword and a spear. I believe the spear represents the Sky Island of Sky Paia, while the sword is likely from Elbaf, as both Elbaf and Sky Paia revere the Sun God Nika. Thus, when Luffy pulls out the giant sword in his Gear 5 form, the warriors of Elbaf will recognize that the true Sun God is indeed Luffy. From here, the internal conflict in Elbaf will end, opening a new chapter for the Land of Giants. That's all I have to say about Loki's Devil Fruit and the great battle of Ragnarok at the warbase of Elbaf. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support me. Thanks so much and see you next time.